Hey everyone. Alright, I'm back. Thought I'd drop a video. I'd done one this morning, told you a little bit about myself. Um, I wanted to start and tell you a little more. My video this morning was just about my name and how old I am and my animals and my kids and that I'm a DV survivor, an SA survivor. But I was going to talk about my past addiction, and some things that had happened to me. And I'm going to start off with the addiction part, and we'll get into the SA DV a little later. So if we have kids around, might not want to watch this, put headphones in. Just giving you that warning. Well, my addiction, I started at 16. It was weed, nothing major at that point. And that's all I did as a teenager was weed and a little alcohol with my friends. And then when I hit 19, I got into heroin and opiates. That took me down a long, long road, dark road. If you would have asked me 5 years ago if I thought I'd be sitting here today, I would have told you no. No. Because I didn't want to be. That was the mind state I was in. I didn't care if I was here or not. Then when I 19 years old, I fell pregnant with my son. And I got clean. And I was married, and I thought I was going to be a good wife and a good mother. Didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. My husband, unfortunately, physically, mentally, emotionally abused me any way he could. So I waited one morning till he went to work at 5:30 a.m. I packed my car. I took nothing but my clothes, my dog, and the baby, and I was out of there. He didn't try to contact me, didn't, ask me to come home, none of that, which I'm glad. I'm glad he left me alone. It went well. So I stayed clean until I was 23 and I relapsed. I got back with my in the process of leaving my husband, I got with another man, and I had two girls, daughters by him. Well, we ended up getting into drugs when I was 23 years old. I was back on pills until the time I was probably 29, 30. Now I'm in outpatient rehab therapy. I am on Suboxone. I'm not going to lie. I do not abuse my Suboxone at all, period. I see my kids. I've got my rights back in my visitations. Hopefully, by the end of the year, I will have my kids back at home. And, everybody's talking about the summer wells, and they're like, well, do people buy kids? Do they buy kids for drugs? Or will they trade kids for drugs? Or, yes, unfortunately, people do that. My stepdad tried to sell me at the age of 13. The only reason it did not happen was because I had snuck and called my real dad on the house phone and threw the phone down to where he heard the whole conversation. And before I knew it, my real dad was at the door to pick me up. He got custody of me, and that was the end of it. I never went back with my mom until I was of age. But on my dad's side, I'm not going to name names, my uncle and my grandfather essayed me. When I was 7, my mom hired a babysitter, that was a man and a woman, and the woman would work at night, and the man would keep me and two other little girls. He actually used all kinds of objects on us. It was bad. Glass Coke bottles, anything you could think of. So I just want to let men and women, men get assaulted too. A lot of women don't think that men, they'll jump up and hit a man. That's assault. That's domestic assault. It don't matter if you're a man or a woman. And I just want to let everybody know my history and my past, and let them know that they are welcome on my platform, and they will not be judged. They will not be looked at funny. I will not put up with any disrespect to anybody that's on my channel. I never thought that I could actually talk about things that happened to me. Every man that I have ever been with would either, would have domestic assaults due to drugs. In 2018, I found the love of my life, which is my husband now. He is great to me. I couldn't ask for better. He spoils me. My kids do not belong to him, but they call him Dad because they have seen that there is somebody out there that doesn't beat on their mom and that does love their mom. My son, he was he's 14 now, and I was probably with Michael for a year and a half before he ever called him Dad. And it shocked Michael because it come out of nowhere, but Christian told him, he said, you deserve it. You deserve that title because, you're good to my mom. And we were driving down the interstate when we got a phone call from Christian, and it was on the car speaker because I was driving, and he said, Mom, he said, what are you doing? And I said, I'm driving. And he said, well, I just wanted to call and tell you and Dad good night, and I love you. And we had to pull over because that was an emotional moment that my son actually felt like somebody was worthy of being called that name. And my son's a big, big, big mama's boy. Big mama's boy. Proud of him, though. He's a football player. And I'm proud of my girls. My girls, for them to grow up with my grandmother and not really have me there due to my addiction and their dad being in prison, that was hard for them. That's not easy for anybody. And, I have to give my grandmother credit when credit's due. And shout out to Annie Bailey. She needs a shout out. My father had my girls, and he ended up having a stroke. He's not in good health. I have a dog that is registered as a like a service dog due to my anxiety and depression, because I do get really nervous. Come here, Kaya. Come here. Come here. Come here, Kai Kai. This is my service dog. And she is very, very protective of her mommy. Very. This one is, well, to make a long story short, this one was for my uncle. My uncle had pneumonia and had went into the hospital, and he had picked that puppy out before he went in, so I bought it for him while my uncle passed away because he got COVID. And so I ended up with a Chiweenie that I didn't plan to have, but love him to death. I named him after my uncle. So, guys, just remember, in this life, anything you're going through right now, it's just a phase. Nothing's permanent. Nothing's permanent. If you're in a situation and you're scared to get out of it, believe me, I've been in situations I didn't think I was going to make it. I would go to bed at night and wonder if I was even going to wake up the next day. And then I got to the point that I didn't care. And please, even if you need to private message me, if you don't feel comfortable putting your story out, or you just need someone to talk to, hit me up on Facebook. Samantha Turpin is my Facebook. And you send me a message, I will message you back. It's just, it happens, and it happens more than you think. It really does. So, and please, Justice for Summer. I'm a moderator in AB's chat room, and I'm in there all the time with him and Tiffany Marie, Molly Golightly, Nita's World, I think is her name, Chasing Truth, Chris McDonough. I'm in all their chats. Just Everyday Shenanigans. I was in her chat last night on live. Just anything y'all want to talk about. This channel is just, if you need help, if you need a cry out, if you need a hand up, if you need just a place to vent, just someone to listen, I'm here. I am here. So, sorry guys, I was looking at my notes trying to figure out if there was anything else I wanted to go over in this video. Basically, I think I've summed it all up. I want y'all to know me before I just expect you all to, talk to me and open up to me. I wanted to be the one to open up. So I hope y'all have a blessed evening. Hope you like my content. Hope to see some nice messages. And y'all have a good night. So I will talk to you later.